Hi. How's it going?
Are your allergies really bad? Or
Yes.
Is that just me?
No, I've been waking up croupy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, I've been. I hate summer.
It's almost over. We need to change these.
We do.
We need to do the fall ones.
It's the changing of the guard.
Oh, Garland.
Garland.
The Garland.
You never
Garland.
watched
That's our
Gallivant, did you?
I watched a couple of episodes.
Okay. Did you ever see the one where she's like, I'm going to make my escape during the changing of the guards. It's a ridiculously elaborate ceremony. I don't know why we do it this way. And then, like, it cuts, and she's, like, sneaking, and the guards are like, it's the changing of the guards. The changing of the guards. Oh, changing of the guards.
No, I can think of as a KOTOR. I never finished it.
Did you share my opinions on it?
What? That it was...
Immature.
Yeah, I never got to the scene.
Yeah.
I never got to the scene. I was like,
look.
I mean, I've read this a million different times. You know, like, change the names, change the place. It's every single one. The one I'm reading now, however...
Well, she uses big words.
She uses big words and then little words.
That's only funny if you were privy to the conversation we had before we hit record.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but I'll tell you, the main guy stole my heart by page 40, and I went, oh, crap.
Don't you hate that?
I was making fun of this book. I was laughing out loud at the book. Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be funny or not, blah, blah, blah. And he says this paragraph, and I went, oh, I'm doomed.
I know.
I'm doomed.
I actually just went through something similar with my book where I was like, same theme, kind of, like tropes, different settings.
Right.
Like Regency era, but they're monsters.
Of course they're
and one of them, like, oh, he's kind of a stick in the mud. He just doesn't, like, get it. Whatever. And then he said this one line, and I went, oh, my God, I think I'm in love.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think I like him.
Yep. I am kind of in love.
My star. I only want to be your home, not your cage.
Aww. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I made my husband read the paragraph, and I go, tell me this isn't something you have said to me.
Yeah.
Tell me this is not the exact, like, verbatim what you have said to me before. And he goes, you're right. Ah, crap. I'm like, I know. Now I have to finish the book. I'm on page, like, 57 out of, like, 600.
Yeah.
She's a thick, well... Beefy's the...
My hunky boys!
My hunky boys! All right.
Okay, yeah, this is a horror movie.
This is a horror podcast.
Well, not today. It's not a horror movie.
No.
It's a horror made for TV.
Yes. Miniseries. But by miniseries, we mean 3 episodes. Like, literally miniseries. Because, like... Apparently, like, Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor are considered miniseries, but they're 8 episodes.
Yeah. But this is, like, true 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, the episodes are 2 to 2.5 hours long.
Yep.
But, yeah.
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 It's a couple of... A 6-hour movie and 2 4.5 movies.
Yeah.
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 You know what, though? We both finished without having to cram anything today.
Nope, I didn't have to cram shit.
We did it.
I did it.
This was, so normally we do six movies, roughly 2 hours each is 12 hours.
Yeah.
This was, 18 hours?
Yeah.
And we still made it.
Still made it.
Like, under the wire. I finished yesterday at 5 o'clock.
I was much later. I think I was 11 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah, there you go.
But...
That's still better than having to stay up all night or cram this morning.
Yeah, and I was going to say, but my 11 o'clock at night is like your 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go to bed till 1, so... Yeah.
I was... Past couple of nights in the row, it's been 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I just
night
cannot
before
sleep.
last, I could not sleep.
Yeah. It's summer. It's the summer.
It
It's
makes
the
me
summer.
depressed. Anyway, first
Which one
movie.
are we starting with?
We're both open on this one, I think.
Okay, so we're going to start with The Stand. First solid sit-through of, like, watching this all at once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you fall in love with Rob Lowe?
I have you? Okay. So specific. Love Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
Love Rob Lowe.
It's my Atkins baby.
But do you remember the episode of American Dad where it was like Stan comes back from the future and he's like the cyborg?
Uh-huh.
And he's teaching present day Stan how to defend himself against the robots. And it's like, he goes, what is it? Like, swing low, kick low.
Rob Lowe.
Oh, he says Chad Lowe.
Yeah.
But I kept going, swing low, kick low, Rob Lowe.
I love it.
All movie.
This movie, and I've gone through our friendship thinking you had seen The Stand and Storm of the Century. And so a lot of the things I have quoted to, like said to you, I've realized watching all three of these again, just how much they're in my daily vocabulary.
Yeah.
And so I've gone through our entire friendship, assuming you've seen these, and how often have I sent you Trash Can Man? Going, my life for you!
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See, I just assumed you had seen The Stand. This movie is the reason that Don't Fear the Reaper is on my Halloween playlist.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Not because of the Reaper or anything. By the way, she fucks the Reaper. I'm telling you. That's what happens at the end of the song. But no, it's because of this movie.
That's absolutely fair.
That scene is terrifying.
Yeah. That was a good scene. A good use of that song. And I think in here, like, I put Blue Oyster Cult rocks.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched this. I've watched it once since then, but I watched it for some reason during lockdown. I was
bad move.
I was like, what's a good movie to watch? I need to occupy my... Cause think about it.
Yeah.
It's going to take 6 hours.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to do. Let's watch The Stand.
Time.
And I watched The Stand going... COVID.
A lot of these notes that I have taken are like, they're kind of coming back to me, but I must have been in a silly, goofy mood.
Oh, okay.
I have in here, the flu buddy is my sleep paralysis demon.
I love that commercial, except every time, I know it's coming. Every time I go, where's the remote? What happened?
Yeah, every single time. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's okay. My random notes are laws, yes, and mayhaps, and, Mother Abigail. Everyone has the mask death. Oh, so when they're going around and they're showing the family members of the immune dying.
Yeah.
You've seen The Mask with
Jim
Carrey. Do you remember when he gets shot and he's going...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I have a lot of, I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
Yeah.
A lot of that. Rob Lowe has his handy-dandy notebook.
I love that. I love Rob Lowe in this.
Yeah.
He was such a baby.
He was so young.
And now he still looks almost the same because of the Atkins diet. Atkins.
It's money. It's the money. That's why.
I don't know. Run it through.
He injects it into his bloodstream, and that's how he stays so
The Atkins
young.
shakes or the money?
The money he makes off the Atkins shakes. It's all connected.
He makes it off of me.
Yeah. Genuinely.
Genuinely. I am the one supply. Rob Lowe.
Uh-huh.
The Atkins shake money comes from me. There. And you were right. If you put the chocolate one in the freezer for about an hour, it's just like ice cream.
Ooh,
anyway.
nice.
Have you watched anything of the TV show, The Stand, that they did?
The new one?
Yeah.
No.
The only... I didn't make it through.
Yeah.
I didn't make it through. I've watched this one religiously and couldn't make it through. The only thing they did good... The only thing they did well was they cast Alexander Skarsgård as the walking dude.
Oh, that is a very goodly move.
Yeah. We've got our silly geese hat on today. I quote another one of this movie very often when somebody asks me how I want my steak. Run it through a warm room. I got it from the stand.
Nice.
Did you notice it was like Amanda was in there?
Yeah.
It was Amanda. Mm-hmm. And also she was in Becker.
Yeah.
Which will come up in another movie. That also had an actress from Becker.
That's actually true, yeah.
This was 90s sitcom palooza.
Yeah. All week.
Yeah.
Honestly. All week. All week. I thought... So, I have the movie going. I have the stand going. And I'm like, let me go start the dishwasher. It's already loaded. But I'm in
Rob loaded?
It's Rob loaded. I'm in the kitchen and I hear, bring out your dad. And I went, why'd you put it on Monty Python? I'm watching the stand for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Then it wasn't Monty Python.
That's funny because husband was in the other room, heard it, and went, bring out your dad. So.
Actually, hold on. Did you know that there was Monty Python computer games?
Really?
So there is, in our town, well, in the town adjacent to our town, this building that used to be a department store. Mm-hmm. Do you see where I'm going?
Yeah.
You see where I'm going? Mm-hmm. Upper floors are apartments, and there is recently a vintage shop that has opened up on the bottom floor. And I went through it and found a couple of cool things. Not for me. People like me are not meant to shop there. It was very clear. Nothing in there was over a medium.
Like shopping at 579.
Yeah.
Do you remember that store?
No. I've always been too big.
But do you remember its existence?
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you then that I used to shop at 579.
No,
all the time.
I think the only time I would have been able to fit in anything from there was like between the ages of like 10 and 12.
I find it odd now. Now that I'm thinking about it. If you don't remember 579, 579 was a clothing store that only sold sizes 5, 7, and 9. Mm-hmm. And it was like a Justice.
Yeah.
It was marketed like tweens. And that's so
Oh, no, yeah. They treated us like
weird to me.
Absolute trash.
That's
like,
so weird to me now.
It was ingrained in a young girl's mind.
Yeah.
In the early 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
If you're not skinny, you have no worth.
Yeah.
You're not pretty.
Huh.
You don't. Yeah.
That's why we all have eating disorders.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Go figure.
Absolutely.
Go figure.
But anyways, all of that to say, I found a Monty Python game at that vintage store. Like, there were 2.
That's cool.
And they had a Complete Waste of Time and the Holy Grail. And I was like, huh.
That's cool.
I imagine it to be like, and your dad will know what I'm talking about, the old school Hitchhiker's Guide computer game.
Yep. I'm aware of that one too.
Yep.
Did you lay eyes on the screen during the Star Spangled Banner at the town meeting?
Yes.
Rob Lowe.
Uh-huh.
With his hand so he could... What a solid piece of acting.
He's beautiful too.
Right?
It doesn't hurt that he's beautiful.
It doesn't hurt that he's beautiful. But that was a solid little thing.
Yeah.
Like, he could have just been standing there, whatever. But no, he was feeling on Tom's chest. I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. That was good. Our girl with the hair, I made the note that that they got her wig from the same person that made Tilda Swinton's yak hair.
Oh, yeah. Laura San Giacomo's hair in this was awful.
Oh, God.
But I realized it's because it had to get progressively grayer.
Yeah.
And Laura San Giacomo had not grayed at that point.
Yeah.
So, like...
I mean, yeah. Like, a wig would have been necessary.
It was a horrible wig.
Here's the thing. I think every set needs to have minimum 4 women of color who know how to lay a wig.
Yeah.
And who aren't afraid to say, that's a really hard front wig and it looks like shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people don't do that. And by these people, I mean, Game of Thrones, House of Dragons.
Yeah.
Specifically.
What's today? Oh, wait, no, it's season finale already. Never mind. I was like, oh, crap, I missed the new episode, but I didn't. I'm all caught up on the season finale of House of the Dragon.
Did they house the dragons?
Yes and no.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, you...
Can't save them all.
Could actually watch the season.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
There's one scene where they come in and slaughter one already born, but,
yeah.
you know, you could watch this season.
I don't give a shit once they're born.
Yeah, you can watch the season.
Yeah.
As far as I remember,
yeah.
there's no... I may have to rewatch episode 1 or 2 to you know?
Yeah.
But no, everybody's done with that. We've moved on to they're of age.
Yeah.
They're done, you know, so now the fighting begins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
What is your quick question?
Did I ever show you the TikTok series that I was obsessed with called Midnight Heat?
Yes.
About the little Muppet?
Yes.
The soundtrack to The Stand and the soundtrack to Midnight Heat?
Yeah.
Solid circle.
Oh, yeah.
Same songs.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It even had
Midnight
Heat. That guitar. Down, down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I'm sorry. I love the soundtrack to this movie.
I do too. Oh, that wasn't like an insult.
Yeah.
I love Midnight Heat.
Yeah.
I do love Midnight Heat.
Yeah. This is a solid soundtrack.
I have an alternate title to this movie.
Okay.
Could have just called this movie Ominous Laughs.
See, my pause that I took once you said that was me trying to, like, take all the Tempe blocks and form a title out of the Tempe blocks.
Yeah.
You know, because I've got, like, a bank that takes up way too much brain space of just things Tempe would say.
Okay.
Would say.
Yeah.
Not have said. Would say.
Is it bad that as you're saying this, all I can think is, what color are my blocks? What color are my blocks?
They're rainbow.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Each word's a different color. They're not, like, one word is not rainbow.
Yeah.
But, like, and so when you, like, lay them out in the words, they're...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this was just a lot of ominous laughs.
It was. The guy that played Randall Flagg.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you,
mm-hmm.
Are you attracted to this man?
Why do you say that? Like this is an intervention. Guys, come on.
Are you attracted to this man?
It's my man, and I'm gonna stand beside him. Okay.
You're gonna stand.
I'm gonna stand.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. I watched this and I went, Tippy's gonna think he's hot.
I think I called him long legs at one point.
He's got his long legs on
he has
today.
His long legs on.
And that's how he's the walker. Did you notice Stephen King in the movie?
Of course.
I loved it.
He
was only in 2 out of these 3. Actually, I think
I didn't see him in the storm.
Storm,
did I?
I think there's, once the TV's been boofed out, one of the news anchors is him.
Oh, okay.
But the rest of the news anchors are a woman and an Andre.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
The last bit of this movie is like the prequel to Fallout New Vegas.
You are correct. This is also Amanda's origin story.
And
why she became a drug addict and had to be in a salt trap.
Yep.
This was Amanda's origin story.
Oh, one of your favorite tropes is in this movie.
What is that?
But what about Barbara?
Yep. I love that one. The silent head nod of, nope, they're dead now. Silent head shake. Yep. Mm-mm.
That's my last note. It's just
No. I love it. You know I love it.
I know. I love it too. It's so cheese.
Yes, it is.
It's perfect and gorgeous.
See this? I wrote Nadine Cross and then crossed it out. Is because I was like, I wonder if her name's an anagram for something. And I wrote it down and went, no, probably not. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah, that one common thread about all of these, you will go hunting for an anagram in everyone's name.
We got one in this next movie.
Yes.
Oh, my notes are weird for this one.
Oh?
Yeah. Oh my god. I put the notes up right here because I did it especially for the podcast. But, yeah. I figured you'd appreciate this.
And I'm so glad. Remember how I told you I went through a whole episode of this without knowing where any of my pens were because my couch had eaten all of my pens.
Yeah.
Had I had a pen, my notes would have looked very similar, but it would have been, but what does he want?
Yeah.
What does he want?
That's, I see.
This was 6 hours, right? This was a 6 hour?
4.5.
4.5?
Yeah.
4.5 hours. But for a solid, I'll say a solid 3. I just went, why doesn't anybody just ask him? But what does he want? What does he want?
Well, there were a couple of times where Tim Daly goes, what do you want, Linoge?
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. And I only can say this because I've seen this movie so many times.
Yeah.
Is that he had to be like, look, give me what I want and I'll go away. And everybody was like, what do you want? Why do we want you to go away? So he took all of this time proving what he could do, what he was going to do if they didn't. Like, he had to ramp up the fear so that by the time he asked what he wanted, they'd been like, fuck it, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It got me because it was the first note on the side of the truck.
Yeah.
And everyone was just kind of like, well, I think he was specifically like, there was a note left on the truck. And didn't tell anybody what the note said.
Right. And then Peter Godso. A thing.
And then old lady in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until old lady in the bathroom that somebody else went, but what does he want?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, she's right though.
Yeah.
But and why did it take her so long? Like,
right. Yeah, we have to give him what he wants.
But like he also couldn't say what he wanted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to name my kid Pippa for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's your crush in this one? The long silence.
I don't remember the character's name, but Ralphie's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's Hatch.
Okay, I can see that.
I find him cute.
I can see
now,
it. Yeah.
Tim Daly. Mwah. Chef kiss.
Yeah.
And
we don't fight over men.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
And Andre Linoge. Chef kiss. Sorry. Minus the hissing. You don't need to hiss. It's good.
I don't know. That's already kind of got me.
Every storm that's coming, big storm that's coming, I always look at my husband. I go, they say it's gonna storm a bitch. And he just, okay. I hated Dale on The Walking Dead because of Robbie Beals.
Elaborate?
Same actor.
Oh, got it.
Jeffrey DeMunn.
Got it.
But Dale on The Walking Dead is so sweet and he's kind. He's the one that owned the RV.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's Robbie Beals.
Shit.
That's Robbie Beals. The piece of shit
awful in this movie.
Awful. How dare you play Spencer Breslin's dad?
He's the town manager.
Yeah. Manager. His main accent was on fucking point. His main accent was incredible.
I feel like a lot of people's in this were just all over the place.
That and redhead from the town hall. Peter Gotzo's wife, Tavia Gotzo.
Yeah.
Her accent was beautiful too.
Yeah.
Loved it.
There was definitely somebody who had like there was somebody who had an Australian accent,
Yeah,
but was trying to have a Maine accent. It was very distracting.
Tell me Angie didn't deserve a raise for that monologue.
Yeah.
When she came out of the snow and her hair was all white and she was just monologuing about what just happened to her.
That was a good one.
Oh.
That was a good one.
Oh. Her accent was beautiful. I love when they walk him through the general store and Ralphie runs up and he picks him up. And yeah, and he's like, "Why are you wearing those?" And he says, "Because I choose to." And I'm like, "Hi." Hi. Hi. I like the bad guys. I love how the worst thing Mike did was cheat on a test.
Right. How sweet, how wholesome.
This guy poked out an eye. This guy is growing weed everywhere. This dude had an affair. This dude...
She had an abortion.
She had an abortion. Mike cheated on a test. Yeah. They mentioned Dolores Claiborne.
Uh-huh.
I love that.
They did. We definitely had a Your Sister's a Horror moment.
Yeah.
We had that. This brought up a question for me.
Yeah.
I'm a Little Teapot. It's sung a lot of times in this movie.
Yes, it is.
And I don't think a single time it's sung the way I've always heard it sung before.
Oh?
Yeah.
What? Now I'm curious.
They say, when I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Oh,
I've only ever heard it as, when I get all steamed up, hear me shout.
I've heard that one.
But I've never heard then I shout. Right?
I don't know. But I've seen this movie a billion times, so it just sounds normal by now, I guess.
Yeah.
Either that or maybe they were just trying to avoid copyright. Unless that song's already public domain.
That's public domain. It has to be.
There was a theme of I'm a Little Teapot with this one. Because it's also in the next movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, and there was also a theme of shared dreams.
Yep.
With The Stand.
I liked the shared dream. I thought that was an effective scare.
Do you know...
I adored that.
Do you know this movie is why I became a Roanoke fanatic?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
This movie was my springboard to being a Roanoke fanatic.
I became a Roanoke fanatic in, 4th grade.
Yeah.
When I randomly pulled that to do, a little research project on. Yeah. And I was like, bet. And anytime I get anything remotely kind of spooky that I have to research, I turn into Fox Mulder.
Yes.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's the alien.
Roanoke is mine.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Oh, yeah.
Documentary. Yes, please. I've already seen this one. Okay, we're going to watch it again.
Yeah.
Because maybe I missed something.
Well, okay. So, since we're both a little obsessy.
Yeah.
What do you think happened?
Did I tell you about the one that I just watched? Where they went to a village just a little bit off from Roanoke. Mm-hmm. And they were digging and they found pottery that looks like it would have been English. Okay. In this native village.
Okay, yeah. So you just think that...
No, they all disappeared. It was something supernatural.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think I have two working theories.
Okay.
I have the supernatural.
Yes.
Because absolutely something...
Absolutely.
But if that were not to be a viable option... if somebody wouldn't accept that as my theory.
Scully.
Yeah, it's Scully. Yeah. Then, yeah, probably, in all likeliness, a Native American tribe just took him in and, was like, oh, your dude's not coming to help you? Okay, well, come live with us. I did also read something about, the nearby Native American tribe, the next generation of their children having blue eyes and blonde hair and stuff. So it's okay. So yeah. Possible.
Maybe.
Very possible.
I don't know. I prefer to believe the supernatural
I know.
element of it.
Same.
It makes it so much cooler.
Makes it so much cooler.
I have quoted this part so many times when he's telling the story about Job.
Yeah.
And he's like, and God about you just pisses me off. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love it coming from like a preacher, not a preacher. What he was not a preacher, but like you know what I mean. He was a Bible guy.
Yeah.
I kind of love that about him.
I liked towards the end where they were having the Bible battle.
Yes.
The Bible quote
Mark
battle.
12. Matthew 15.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. You can't tell me that Andre didn't want Ralphie from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
From the beginning, he want. If it had been Sally, he would have been like, no, I want Ralphie.
Yeah. Had it been Pippa?
Yeah. No, he would have given Pippa back. Uh-huh. Okay. Everyone's rent was due in this movie.
Yeah. Everyone had bills to pay.
Like, when they're arguing over whether to give him or not, the change of who had the look of betrayal on their face between Mike and Molly.
Yeah.
Was incredible. Like, she'd say something and his face was just like, how dare you? And then he would say something and she would, what? You know, like, rent was due
they were all
for
phenomenal.
Everyone in this movie.
Phenomenal.
That's why I love this movie so much. And the last line of this movie gives me shivers every time.
Yeah.
In daylight, I know better. I love this movie.
The whole, like, last 5 minutes of this movie were genuinely fucking creepy.
You liked it, right?
Yes.
You liked this movie?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
good. I was so, like, do you know how bad I wanted to be like, did you watch Storm yet? Because I need to ask you if you liked it. Did you watch Storm yet? Because I need to know if you liked it.
I had toyed with the idea of pretending I hated it just to fuck with you.
No, you can't.
But I didn't.
I know. I really wanted you to like it.
I do like it.
I really wanted you to like it. I feel like while The Stand doesn't have moments that necessarily dip.
Yeah.
It's kind of just, here's all the information you need. It just takes 6 hours to give it to you.
Yeah.
I feel like Storm of the Century is that way too, where it's like there's not really a lull in the story.
Yeah.
You kind of need all of what's happening. Like, we're gonna take a run to the general store. Oh, by the way, while we're taking the run to the general store, if you mix his name around, it means many demons of Legion. You know, like, I don't know. I feel like they did a good job not having any like
dead air.
Dead air. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, they did very good.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good. It's hard to like for 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah.
Not a single moment of dead air.
Yeah.
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 No, it was impressive.
And it's not a book.
Yeah.
The only book form of this is the script.
Yeah.
So, like, they didn't have to make sure it was true to the book, unlike The Stand, which is probably why it was 6 hours instead of 4.5. But.
Very true. Very true. Okay. So next one.
Yeah.
Look, it's no secret.
No.
I love this.
Yes.
I love this one.
I love this one too.
I love this one. This one is Rose Red.
It is Rose Red.
Where were you when you saw Rose Red for the first time?
On my couch in my living room, counting down the minutes until it premiered on ABC.
Nice.
Where about you?
I was in living room of best friend's house when I was like 5 or 6.
Did you watch it when it premiered?
No, I don't think it was when it premiered. It was very shortly after because it was a recorded VHS.
So I was gonna say,
so we could fast forward through any commercials or anything. Definitely should not have been watching that at such a young age. And definitely changed my perception on a lot of the music in this one.
I cannot hear A Summer Place without thinking of this movie.
Yeah.
It gets stuck in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and see, mine's In the Mood.
I was in a play one time where we danced to In the Mood.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I can do that. Oh, creepy.
So, okay. Kind of late in the movie, there's a scene where they're in the solarium.
In the solarium.
And, AC kicked on. And he makes a comment, I've never heard Glenn Miller playing from a flower before.
Yeah.
Shortly after I had watched this, and this is unbeknownst to probably anyone in my family that I watched Rose Red at such a young age. So when shortly after seeing this, I go visit my great grandmother, and she's showing off the new little toy she got, which is, you remember like the big mouth fishy guy?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Bubba Bass,
something like that. So in a similar vein, it was a little flower pot with like a stuffed flower, and when you walked by, it would play In the Mood.
Oh no.
So I walk by it, and it starts playing, and I'm like, from a flower? From a flower?
No.
What is going on? So I have, in fact,
That's awesome.
heard Glenn Miller play From a
love
Flower
that.
multiple times. And see, like, that one went from, like, oh yeah, fun song, to, oh, scary song, to, oh my gosh, this is scary, to like, okay, now I'm kind of used to it. Now it's back to fun song.
Yeah. Can we just take a moment that Kimberly J. Brown played Annie?
Yup.
Yeah.
I like it when her sister said, Annie's not going there without me. And I wrote, me, anytime Annie gets to go to the spooky houses, and I'm not invited.
Yeah. Come on now. Nick. The actor that played Nick. You and I followed that, didn't we? So
Julian Sands.
Yeah, the actor that played Nick went missing.
From Warlock.
Yeah, went missing.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, they found him.
Like, months later.
Yeah.
Though. I think it was 4 months after he went missing.
Something like that.
Because I think it was January or February when he went missing.
Of last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they didn't find his remains until, like, March or April.
Did we still not have a cause of death?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I honestly don't want to admit it happened.
Yeah.
In my head, they're still going to find him.
Well, he's my crush in this movie.
Oh my God. He's my crush in any movie he's in. I'm telling you.
That's fair. But specifically, him as Nick was, I don't know. Like, screw Steven. Sorry. He's adorable, but no.
Yeah, but the way his accent, his voice, it's just...
And imagine how many times he kept saying Annie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I love it. I also use something from this movie in my daily life.
Yeah.
Example, the other day, husband was like, okay, if we win the lottery, what kind of car are you going to get? It's like, well, I'm going to get me, like, you know, a little sports car. I'm going to get a sports car, but then, you know, to haul all the kids around, I'm going to get a mama's little scootabout.
Yeah.
And he goes, a mama's little scoot... I was like, yeah, mama's little scootabout. Sometimes we scoot about to the movie. Sometimes we scoot about to the store. Houses are alive.
Yeah.
She says houses are alive at the beginning of, like, episode 2. And they are.
Yeah.
Houses are alive.
I think the part of that little
music.
monologue that got me was, it's the body we put over our bodies.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, you're right.
Yeah.
I live in a body.
I love that Emily Deschanel was in this because I wrote good old Tempe. So see, there was a Tempe and an Annie in this.
There was a Tempe.
There was a Tempe.
Mm-hmm.
I
spent the whole time, anytime she was on screen, going, no way Annie thinks she's gonna play me in the movie about me. Mm-mm. No way. She lied. She lied to me.
No, I think.
She's too pretty. She's too pretty.
No.
She's too pretty.
No. It's perfect. Emily and Zoe play us in our life movie.
It'd be easy for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they close like that, though? I wonder. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Because Zoe guest guest, like, one-off episode on Bones.
Oh.
And Emily one-offed on New Girl.
Cute.
So, like, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That is sweet.
They're not as close as the Farmiga sisters, though.
Oh.
Vera and Thaisa.
Yeah.
They are 24 years apart in age, but, like, super close.
That's sweet.
I know.
I love that.
I don't know if anybody can get as close as them. They're, like, each other's dates to, like, red carpet events and stuff. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you'd be my date.
Oh, duh.
Come on.
Absolutely. What are we going to do? Take a boy?
Oh.
Oh.
See, I wish we had met in high school.
Right.
Because we totally would have gone to, like, prom together.
Probably. I didn't go to prom.
I went to Sadie Hawkins with
Yeah.
other...
Oh, yeah.
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 And also prom. So, like, we would have.
Yeah.
We would have. You would have gone. Because I would have been like, you're coming with me. You're my date. And we would have taken pictures. You know? We would have taken prom pictures. Yeah.
Like how we take prom pictures.
How we take prom pictures. We do.
We do take
That's
prom
why we
pictures.
do them.
Mm-hmm.
Is we're making up for not having taken them.
In high
We need to
school.
go get Sears photos done.
Oh my god, I think about that all the time.
I do too. I found a new band
Uh-huh.
called Wolves of Glendale.
Okay.
I'll save it for Patreon, but just prepare your butthole.
Okay. Let's play it.
What do we want to do for the? Oh, I forgot that I made it. Oh yeah, joke. But, you know.
A what?
Oh yeah. And all the, yeah. My dad told me that last night he went to a town meeting.
Oh.
At the town hall.
Oh.
And they voted on something.
On the little town in Maine. That he
Uh-huh.
oh god.
Uh-huh.
Was it about the storm of the century coming through?
They were selecting a selectman. I don't know. It's small town Maine. However, I did say, did they count the ayahs? And he goes, no, we have paper ballots that have been around since Lincoln. And I went, no. They go, all in favor. And the crowd goes, ayah? And he goes, I'll mention it to him at the next meeting. Thank you. That's how you vote in Maine.
Yeah.
Okay? You walk in and you go, ayah?
According to Stephen King, at least.
Yes. Thank you.
But, like, he's, like, the expert.
That's our word. How about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
AYUH.
I like
Aya.
that.
Answer in the affirmative.
Mm-hmm.
Aya.
Oh, yeah?
So, go to Twitter or Instagram, which are TAAVE horror, Facebook, or if you want to know what movies we're doing next week, go to patreon.com/Timpy and Annie versus Evil. It starts at $1, and you get access to everything. You know, you just get
3 seasons worth of backlog Patreon episodes.
You just get cooler stuff with like the $25 tier because we send you stuff.
Yeah.
So that's really the only difference.
But like you don't need those.
No, it's $1. It's $1
That's it.
for watch us spin a wheel and talk about
stress
crap
about it.
and crap ourselves over what the wheel's gonna land on. So, yeah. All right, guys.
Bye.
Well, we will see you next week.
Be safe.